Hello everyone, my dear followers and other I don't know, many good people or not so good. So today I wanna do something differently and bring some new stream uh, into my into my current of the episodes that I'm making where this period of my life and to do something differently. It's not just only about changing angles and doing like ramblings or not just rambling, just probably useful things. It's about to do something differently in terms of what I should do in this particular video. I mean, the things I do just with maybe having some particular items to speak about. And as you might know, what I usually do is I kind of sit here in front of you and ramble about stupid stuff, and that's for my speaking drilling process. And I kind of not appointed. I'm not doing particular materials. I tend to ramble, as I said before, and that's for that particular purpose of being pronounced things more clearly instead of just focusing on particular definitions, and in order to sound more naturally, in order to be kind of at least trying to get rid of my accent and being able to speak without stopping for certain period of time, I should say, without wearing myself with this speech, and for my tongue not to become stiff in a short while, and to, like I said, to even train in my tongue in a certain way to pronounce right English sounds, you know what I'm saying. And what I'm about to do in this particular episode, see, I'm just kind of beginning to warm up my tongue, and you might notice in the very beginning of this video I was kind of pretty stupid and I was slow, and now I'm not so slow as I was in the very beginning of this video. I've just warmed up my tongue and I'm just ready to do whatever, you know. As I do this stuff in a very unprepared and impromptu way, excuse me, I'm stumbling, I'm making a lot of huge bunch of mistakes, I know, but I'm glad with that because that's the right sign that I'm doing this for good, for me to be able to speak at any given moment of my life. You may just wake me up in the midst of the night, and I'll be able to speak about whatever in my English. Then you may check it by yourself. I'll give you just the right direction. So I won't give you any direction. So to save my resting hours for myself and to save my house for myself without like treating any guests here. Oh, I'm kind of rude here, forgive me, but I'm honest. Okay, that was only beginning of today's video. What I'm about to do in today's video, I'm about to show you some random stuff, and I'm about to rant for a while about that stuff, so I don't know what to speak about, and I just kind of misusing or just exaggerating of the importance of the phrase I'm about, because I like that phrase. I'm about to do something, I'm about to go out of here, I'm about to have my breakfast, maybe I just learned that grammar construction, and that's why I'm using this one very often in my random in my impromptu speech, excuse me. So I have here my magazine. I don't know what it would be related to. I mean the materials, certain articles inside this magazine, I don't know in particularities what it would be related to, so I'm about to just open it at a random page and see what on that page, and then speak for a while about that object that will appear on that page let's see how it goes, and let's see what will happen with that. That's the new phrase I learned very this day today. We'll see what will happen with, we'll see what happens with that. Okay, we'll see. Let's repeat it again. Uh, we'll see what happens with that. Okay, we'll see. So guys, see this stupid stuff. I don't really have any strong or not strong opinion on what's that. See, I guess on this page we have kind of, I don't know, random and not related to each other stuff, kind of different figures of different peoples, like with the hands in the air and pretending to be like yelling something. I mean, in the very, like in the midst of the page, in the center of the page, I mean, we see kind of like how many, three people there with their hands up, and they're especially the figure that situated in the center of the crowd. That figure, I guess that could be a woman or a man. It doesn't mean for me anything. And that particular woman is about to yell something, as well as the other woman which stands right beside her. Let's say if she stands like turned with her face to me, we would say that that second girl, she stands by her left hand. Am I right? Correct me if I am wrong. So these two women, excuse me, they doing kind of stupid stuff that I do. They are wavering with their hands, and probably they are yelling something in the air, in the thin air, without having anyone to listen to them. Probably, I'm not sure about that. How it would be appear to them. They would be no better what happens around them at the moment. And the third figure in the center of this page, excuse me, she or he is just let's call this person him. He stands just pretty quietly with the hands along his torso, and he is actually doing nothing. He's not about he's not about yelling or something. He's standing just still with nothing doing, and he's pretty calm right now, and they're all yellowish. That's kind of makes those that's kind of makes those people similar to each other, and they are in the same boat. I mean, if I close this magazine, they would disappear, and that's the connection thing between them. They are like bound with each other with my intentions. What I'm about to do with them, that thing gonna happen to them both. So we might say in this situation that they are in the same boat. That means if something gonna happen to one of them, the same thing gonna happen to other people not far from them. And what else we see here on this page? We see here the very clear and distinct number, like I would call it digit, like 3. It's like blue. I like blue color because I always wear my blue clothes. You might not see me wearing some blue clothes, but still I do. I mean, I like blue color and I wear blue clothes almost every day. I'm telling you, I'm pretty frank with you. I have also not blue but light blue eyes, as you might see, and I also have blue ears. I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. I'm just trying to, I don't know, maybe melt some ice between us, and that's for ice breaking thing, I should say. I'm always tend to ramble, and I'm trying to speak, guys. Okay, we see those like digits like 3, 1, and it's not a digit, it's like a number, 31. Okay, they stay in a row. The first one is pretty much bigger than others, and the other ones, I mean the second digit and the third number, they're pretty much size, and they're kind of stand in a line almost in the almost in the middle of the page. Excuse me for stumbling here. I do know I'm rambling here, so you may shut this off if you don't like this stuff. I am doing this for my learning process and for those people who are on the who might be in the same boat with me. You might know what I'm telling you right now. If you know, just let me know about that. If you want. And what other things so we could see on this page? I guess I made kind of already huge bunch of stupid silly things in front of you here, and the other object we can see here on the page is kind of, I don't know what it is. It's kind of small piece of advertisement. I mean this part of the magazine, small piece of advertisement. Excuse me for stumbling again. It's kind of nighttime already, and I've just had my spontaneous inspiration and kind of very strong desire to speak for some stupid reason. I don't know why. Just as it goes, I like as it goes to me my learning process about my English, and just I'm just good with that, guys. Okay, we have here kind of perfume or something, and on that in this frame is completely blue. We see a man who is about to jump down, I guess in the water probably, but the water is not shown in this picture, and it's supposed to be here, down there I should say. Just you can imagine and prolong this picture in your mind if you want, and we could easily like imagine water down there below that object, and that man is about to jump in that water. I think that he's kind of water jumper, or I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. And the actually accomplishment of this advertisement is pretty good. I like this kind of approach. Then designer of the whole thing is about to make us thinking about the continuations of those scenes which he shows us in this magazine, and you kind of expand in your imagination by thinking about what could be next in that series of episodes. And let's say this episode number 1 we have here. A man stands on something and he's preparing to his jumping. Okay, guys, I guess I made it clear for you. I'm very like scared to even watch it. I mean my ramblings. I'm very like pretty wary, I should say. I'm wary about my current episode. So you might say me what do you think about this, and you might have the same experience of wondering of exploring your unknown areas in your lives, and it's pretty difficult sometimes. So let's see where this day, like now, at the present moment, I'm not in the mood to speak at all. And as I said to you in the previous videos, I extremely like to do those sessions of self-recording while being inside such a conditions, maybe mental conditions, maybe I don't know, whatever you would call it, but I know if I'm able to speak very slowly with my stumbling here, then I'm able to speak at any given moment. Let's 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 put it straight, guys. I'm telling you, that's terrific to challenge yourself at every given moment and to give you a possibility to advance. I wish you the same. So follow your own courses in your life. Be persistent. Be persistent. Be just very appointed about what you would want to achieve in your lives and reach for that. Reach. I really want you to do that. And so, guys, that's it for tonight. Thanks for your attendance. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for watching me. Put your own opinions. What do you think about that? If you want, and I'll be especially pleased to hear some maybe native speakers' opinion about around that point that I'm exploring now. So thanks again. I'll be in touch with you in a short while. See you all. Thanks again. See you all.